She should feel confident. It's a newer, ephemeral version of Hot or Not, which is brilliant. But I don't know how protectable that is. While I give you total credit, and I think you guys have done some brilliant things, I don't think the risk-reward is there for me, and for those reasons, I'm still out.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Excellent presentation.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of RT Essentials. I'm Mark Ellis. Today, we're talking about TV, and it's time to get real, as in reality TV. The genre is only a couple decades old, but in that time, there's been some pretty monumental programs that have changed the face of not only television, but pop culture in general. From surviving, to racing, to baking, to selling, to dating, to just plain living, reality TV's covered a lot of bases and introduced us to some very interesting characters along the way. So let's pack up our things and move in with complete strangers for a bit. Metaphorically speaking, of course, as we take a look at the best reality TV shows. Survivor.
Natalia, need to bring me your torch.
I knew it. I knew I couldn't trust you.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Shut up.
And kicking off this list with nothing but the clothes on its back, hopefully, is Survivor. This series premiered on CBS on May 31st, 2000 as a summer replacement show. In it, a group of castaways are sent to a remote destination where they not only have to survive the elements, but also a game that sees a contestant sent home every week. But if you make it to the end, boom, here you go, $1 million. This series is the American version of the International Survivor franchise and is based on the Swedish program Expedition Robinson, which began in 1997. The Swedish version is considered a bit more mean-spirited, so executive producer Mark Burnett reworked the concept to focus more on the human drama experienced under pressure.
You guys want the good news or the bad news?
Bad news.
Bad news?
Yeah.
I had no luck in the ocean. I was in the...
You broke the,
I didn't break it. It floated off while I was in the swamp. I wasn't using the mouthpiece. I was using the mask.
Okay.
This floated off.
So the mouthpiece is gone?
It is.
You couldn't find it?
It's in the swamp. There's
Cubes
nothing
are
I
coming
can do.
And the good news?
There are hundreds of thousands of fish on the reef, so...
The good news is, you'll never believe it. There's fish in the ocean.
Survivor has been hosted from the beginning by Jeff Probst, who also serves as an executive producer. He went on to win the Emmy Award for Outstanding Host for a Reality or Reality Competition Program 4 consecutive times after it was introduced in 2008. After launching with a roughly 75-person production crew, the series had grown to a crew of nearly 325 people by season 22 in 2011. Survivor is considered a leader of American reality TV as one of the first highly rated and profitable reality shows on broadcast television in the United States. With its first 11 seasons ranking in the top 10 most watched shows every year, the series has over 60 Emmy nominations. Time magazine added it to their list of the 100 greatest shows of all time in 2007, and TV Guide put it at number 39 on its list of the 60 best series of all time in 2013. The 43rd season of Survivor premiered in the fall of 2022, with no signs of its flame going out anytime soon. The Real World.
Come back in my face and talk to me. Come back in my face and talk to me.
That way, though, David.
But what you gonna do? I'm trying to talk to you like a man.
David, listen to me. We've been trying to leave for a half hour. We were trying to
You
call
wait for me for a half hour?
No, let me speak, please. We've been trying to leave for a half hour. We're trying to call a cab. You were on the phone. We couldn't call a cab.
Why?
You know, but eventually we calmed down.
The next title is one of 10 shows picked to be on a list and have their contents discussed. That's right, it's The Real World. This series involves 7 or 8 young adult strangers who live in a house together in a different host city every season while being filmed nonstop. And since they can't use their mobile phones, if that technology existed at the time, they actually have to be face-to-face and talk to each other in what we humans used to call an interaction. The houses have been pretty cool in decor, with IKEA doing the furnishing for many of the seasons, and usually has a pool table and a hot tub, and in many cases, an aquarium, which is a metaphor for the show itself. The Real World premiered on MTV on May 21st, 1992, where it aired until 2017, becoming the longest-running program in MTV history. The most recent season aired on Facebook Watch in 2019, with future seasons in development now at Paramount Plus, who has produced a couple of reunion shows from the early seasons.
My mom's saying that she's coming the weekend after Easter. And, you know, the whole thing with my family is you just can't believe it until you see it because anything could fall through at any second, which could be good. Mom? You finally got here. Well, why don't y'all come here? You don't want to come here? I already feel like I'm in trouble.
Cause I told you that mothers.
The series was notable early for depicting issues of modern young adults at the time, like prejudice, religion, sexuality, AIDS, politics, and substance abuse. However, the show's reputation changed over the years to be more of a showcase for young people partying. Regardless, it was a hit for many years, and cast members have definitely taken advantage of the show's popularity to launch their own careers. That includes Sean Duffy, who was elected to the United States House of Representatives in Wisconsin as a Republican, NFL Network stalwart Kyle Brandt, and of course, Mike "The Miz" Mizanin, who is now a huge star in the WWE. The Real World also spawned sister shows Road Rules and The Challenge, the latter of which is an extreme competition show with cast members from both of those series, which now has 38 seasons under its belt. RuPaul's Drag Race.
Today I'm wearing all the rhinestones, and baby, I'm a star. So whoever come on that stage tonight, munch, munch, crunch, crunch. Silky Ganache is here to eat the lunch.
Strutting its stuff next on the list is the show RuPaul's Drag Race. The legendary RuPaul serves as host, mentor, and head judge for this reality competition series that is searching for what they call America's next drag superstar. Respective contestants submit video auditions that are each reportedly viewed by RuPaul, who then selects the cast. The dozen or so queens are given different challenges each week and judged on their performance, with someone usually sent home at the end of every episode. The prize for a winning contestant includes a cash sum that has climbed as high as $100,000 over the years, plus a large supply of cosmetics and, naturally, a bejeweled crown and scepter. RuPaul's Drag Race aired on Logo from 2009 to 2016, where it was the network's highest-rated show, before moving to VH1 with the beginning of Season 9. It also airs internationally in places like Australia, Canada, the Netherlands, and Israel.
I do have narcolepsy, and the moment where I'm most worried about my jokes, my body starts to shut down.
You might think I want to say Jinx, wake up, but sorry, girl.
This has become one of the most awarded reality programs in Emmy history, including RuPaul winning 7 straight times for Outstanding Host, and the series winning Outstanding Reality Competition Program over 4 consecutive years. It is the first series to win both of those awards in the same year, which it's now done multiple times. And RuPaul's Drag Race was a launching point for a full-on franchise, including RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars and RuPaul's Secret Celebrity Drag Race, plus a number of online companion series throughout the years as well. Top Chef.
For me, the beauty of eating creme brulee is that the sugar glaze just cracks and you get that crispy sugar. I'm really missing that.
A custard with sugar over the top is not creme brulee.
I think what's happened here is what's happened throughout the meal, a complete failure of the imagination. I mean, this 4 hours? 4 hours?
Sharpening its knives and heading to the next spot on this list is Top Chef. This series premiered on Bravo on March 8th, 2006 from Magical Elves Productions, who also brought us another show on this list, Project Runway. This one features anywhere from 12 to 19 chefs arriving in a different city each season where they compete in culinary challenges, often themed to and inspired by the location. They're judged by a panel of professional chefs and other bigwigs from the food and wine industry, with the winner taking home a 6-figure sum of cash plus other opportunities in that world. A Top Chef season also includes what is known as Restaurant Wars about halfway through, where they break into teams and do pop-up restaurants. And beginning in Season 9, eliminated contestants have a chance to return to the show by competing on a companion web series called Last Chance Kitchen. The series has been nominated for an Emmy for Outstanding Reality Competition Program 16 times, winning once in 2010. That success has resulted in multiple spin-offs, including shows like Top Chef Masters, Top Chef Just Desserts, Top Chef Junior, Top Chef Amateurs, and Top Chef Family Style.
It's really coincidental that Ed couldn't find his pea puree. I didn't even know he was making a pea puree.
Eddie, I looked, I couldn't find it.
I'd have to say the dish that I really loved was Alex.
They love the pea puree.
I'm like, this is bull. There's no way he had that amount of time.
I would never steal anything. It's not in my, it's not even in my thought process.
But it's not just more TV shows that have come from Top Chef. An online culinary school, Top Chef University, is available for monthly and annual memberships. And there's also been a line of Top Chef branded frozen meals, I may have had a few myself, plus a video game challenging players to create the best dish from items in a virtual pantry, aka reliving your 20s. Top Chef was renewed for a 20th season for 2023, where they're going to head to London and feature past contestants from various international versions of the show. That's actually going to be pretty cool. American Idol.
What happened? I just am on edge from waiting all day, honestly.
Some what?
Just from waiting. It's just.
Well, you know, the thing is, you want to be in the music business, but you don't want to wait to get into American Idol. That, to me, seems to be a problem. And,
That's a
you know,
good
for you
point.
to have a bad
It's true.
attitude about
No,
that
I don't
kind of
have a bad
pisses me
attitude.
off.
I think you're reading it too
actually.
far.
No, I'm not reading it too far. Because you just told me that you were a little bit annoyed that you had to wait
Very
3
annoyed.
hours to come in here and get your shot, when there are people that would wait years to do so. So I am now angry at you, who I don't like at all.
Hitting the high note next on our list of the best reality shows is American Idol. This show is created by Simon Fuller and based on another show he started in the UK called Pop Idol, which in turn was inspired by the New Zealand singing competition show Pop Stars. American Idol aired on Fox for 15 seasons from June of 2002 to April 2016 and was revived on ABC in 2018 after a 2-year hiatus. Each new season begins with an audition round taking place in different cities and usually featuring a mix of potential finalists, interesting personalities, and of course, the worst of the worst. Eventually, it's cut down to 24 or so contestants who compete on the live shows with judge critiques and the viewing audience deciding everyone's fate each week via voting.
Lamar, we're trying to help you.
I don't understand. I really don't understand.
Lamar,
What I'm looking
listen.
for. I
Listen,
mean, y'all
sweetie.
telling me basically I can't sing.
No, we said you have.
Nobody said you couldn't
Nobody
sing.
said that.
Not one
Nobody
person
said that. It wasn't great today, dog. You're not ready for this level. We're trying to find the best.
Yes.
We're trying to find the best. You want the
We're trying
best.
to help you here, honey. We're not trying to hurt you.
Some of the most successful winners include the first winner ever, Kelly Clarkson, along with Carrie Underwood and Jordan Sparks. There's also an impressive list of non-winners that have gone on to do big things like Chris Daughtry, Jennifer Hudson, Clay Aiken, and Adam Lambert. After the original judging panel of Simon Cowell, Randy Jackson, and Paula Abdul disbanded after spending the first 8 seasons together, it's been quite a revolving door of judges since then. Names like Ellen DeGeneres, Jennifer Lopez, Steven Tyler, Mariah Carey, Nicki Minaj, and Keith Urban have filled the seats, while the latest panel includes Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, and Luke Bryan. American Idol also put radio personality Ryan Seacrest on the map, who co-hosted the first season with comedian Brian Dunkelman before taking over solo duties in year 2 and never looking back. For those keeping track of Dunkelman at home, he did return for the finale on Fox in 2016. This has become one of the most successful shows in the history of American television, and not only because of its impressive rating success and accolades, but through its cultural impact in the music industry and pop culture in general. The Great British Baking Show.
That mousse is mine. That mousse is mine. I can't believe you've given that to her. That's mine, that mousse. Give that back. I want to get my spatula in there. Go on. My mousse. I did a little netball thing there. My mousse. Oh, that's mine. My mousse.
Whether I see it again is it's in the lap of the gods, huh?
That delicious smell you're detecting could be the next entry on this list, The Great British Baking Show. This reality baking competition series is known as the Great British Bake Off in the United Kingdom, where it premiered on August 17, 2010 on BBC Two, eventually moving to BBC One after 4 seasons of increased popularity. The series features a group of 10 to 13 amateur bakers who compete against each other in a series of 3 rounds, attempting to impress a group of hungry judges with their baking skills and avoiding the weekly elimination. Ironically, the show was conceived by producer Anna Beattie after she had heard about bake-offs in America from a friend, and now life's come full circle. It's back over here thanks to Netflix and is a global hit overall.
I really want to finish. I haven't even iced the bottom layer yet. Oh, I don't know what to do.
Are you all right, Catherine?
Should I finish 2 tiers? What should be the priority? What should be my priority?
Please excuse me.
Finish 2.
Now, no stop tears. Right, come on. Melon soup hugging. No tears, but very brief because you've only got a few minutes. I'll do from behind. I'll do from the front, and then we'll always reverse. Turn.
Shut up! I haven't got time. I love you, but I haven't got time.
Listen, look. Do you know what you've got to do? Roll it out, put it on, and then get it underneath.
Amateur bakers who apply have to go through a grueling audition process that includes screen tests, interviews, and eventually baking 2 recipes for the judges in front of cameras. But it's well worth it, as many of the winners and participants from the series have gone on to launch careers based in the bakery business. The Great British Baking Show has been credited for regenerating interest in baking throughout the United Kingdom, where stores noticed a rise in the sale of baking ingredients and accessories. And this BAFTA award-winning show has spawned a number of specials and spin-offs, including Junior Bake Off for younger children and Bake Off the Professionals for teams of pastry chefs. Plus, the format's been sold for use in other series like the Great British Sewing Bee and the Great Pottery Throwdown. Yeah, you heard that right. It's a pottery throwdown, so I say bring it on. Project Runway.
No, I'm painting. No, exactly. I'm not forcing much. I don't think there's need for the extra time that's gonna make this dress not look good.
Designers, I'm just gonna get right to it because we have the pleasure of sitting next to one of the most revered beauties in the world. My friend and your guest judge, Gigi Hadid. All right, designers, we all have our scorecards and we are ready to start the show.
Walking with purpose to the next spot on this list is Project Runway. The series was created by Eli Holzman, also known for his work on other popular reality shows like Project Greenlight and Undercover Boss. On this fashion-driven show, designer contestants compete with each other to create the best clothes while being restricted by time, budget, materials, and a particular theme. A panel of judges eliminate contestants each week until only a few remain, and they prepare full-on collections for New York Fashion Week with a winner chosen after the runway shows. The series premiered on Bravo on December 1st, 2004, where it aired for 5 seasons before moving to Lifetime for 11 more seasons, and then back to Bravo in 2018, where it currently resides. Project Runway was hosted by Heidi Klum until 2018, when she and longtime show mentor Tim Gunn left for another fashion competition show on Amazon. She was replaced by model Carly Kloss, while season 4 winner Christian Siriano replaced Gunn as mentor.
Don't get close to me. I need you to back up.
Don't talk to me like that. The weak ones don't survive.
Everybody hates Alana.
It's so stupid.
But there is one argument that is clearly the biggest workroom fight in history.
Calm the down.
What are you gonna have about it? I'm gonna smash this camera.
This series has picked up a number of Emmy noms throughout the years, including a loss to RuPaul's Drag Race for Best Reality Competition Show in 2018. It also won a couple of awards along the way, including Outstanding Host for Klum and Gunn in 2013. Along with over 30 international adaptations, the show also launched the spin-off Project Runway All-Stars. That ran for 7 seasons, 5 of which were hosted by Alyssa Milano and featured designers from past seasons of this show. There's also a Wii video game launched in 2010 with Klum and Gunn and a few recognizable contestants appearing. And I'm not dusting out the Wii console for that. You know why? It's already fresh. I play golf on it just about every day. The Amazing Race.
Oh, whose money is this? I just snatch Nadi's hand and I push it down and I'm like, shut the hell up. Nadi, I can't believe you said it out loud. You're such an idiot. Nadi, shut up.
You better go give it back to that.
When you find money like that, a lot of things are going through your head. You're wondering, is this a game changer?
Reaching the checkpoint that is the next spot on this list is The Amazing Race. This show usually features 11 or 12 teams of 2 who compete in a race around the world. The race is broken up into legs, with each one requiring teams to decipher clues, navigate unknown areas, perform challenges, and travel around using planes, trains, and automobiles, and so much more. Teams are eliminated at the end of most legs, with the winning team in the end taking home $1 million prize. It's just that easy, everyone. The series premiered on September 5th, 2001 on CBS and has been racing ever since, amazingly. The idea came from husband and wife creators Elise Doganieri and Bertram Van Munster, who had previously worked on one of the earliest reality shows ever, Cops. If you got your shirt off, you're probably guilty.
This is where we frickin' put the pedal to the metal.
We definitely pay extra good for fast cabbies today.
Guarantee you.
This could be it right here.
Go, go, go. This is it. And we got the best cab driver in the world right now.
Oh, man,
and he's
awesome.
gonna bring us to Candlestick Park.
Rodeo going on in Candlestick. There will be. We went first. There'll be all kinds of freaking rodeos.
The Amazing Race has been hosted by the Emmy-nominated Phil Keegan since the beginning, a veteran New Zealand television personality who also serves as producer. The show's visited 6 continents, sorry Antarctica, keep trying, and nearly 100 different countries since its inception, with China hosting the most pit stops thus far, followed by India and France. So it's no surprise the series is broadcast all over the world, plus a bunch of international versions of the show have been developed as well, following the same core structure. It's not a bad show to copy, especially because it won the Emmy Award for Outstanding Reality Competition Series 10 times out of its 19 nominations. The series has moved through time slots throughout the years, but has still consistently pulled in about 10 million viewers per season, the 34th of which just launched in September of 2022, with I'm sure many more amazing races still to come. The Bachelor.
Sorry, it's hard for me to talk about this. I do, I do love you, and that's weird that I just said that because I've been so terrified about saying that. Don't ever want to think about what it'd be like to lose you.
Judge, I love you too.
What?
I do.
Showing up on this list, for the right reasons of course, is The Bachelor. This dating and relationship series revolves around a single bachelor who narrows down a pool of romantic interest each week, ideally culminating in a marriage proposal at the end of the season. Of course, a woman can withdraw at any point if she's no longer interested in this bachelor. And with that, a common source of drama on the show is contestants accusing each other of not being there for the, quote, right reasons, and only looking to further their own careers or get, free trips. The Bachelor debuted on March 25th, 2002 on ABC and was created by Mike Fleiss, who also created The Bachelorette and other reality shows like Superstar USA and Who Wants to Marry a Multi-Millionaire. The series was hosted by Chris Harrison for its first 25 seasons, with Season 5 Bachelor and former NFL Jesse Palmer taking over for Season 26. Unlike many reality shows, the end results may vary with this one.
I don't know how I could ever let you go. Other than I'm in love with somebody else.
Not only has The Bachelor selected neither of his final two women before, but on two separate occasions, he has broken off his initial engagement during the After the Final Rose episode and gone on to propose and marry his first runner-up. The weddings of the 13th and 17th Bachelors, Jason Mesnick and Sean Lowe respectively, were both broadcast as television specials. But of the 15 proposals through the first 25 seasons, only Sean Lowe and Catherine Guidicius from season 17 remain together as of November 2022. They have 3 children together. Of course, those stats could be improved as ABC renewed the series for a 27th season in the spring of 2022. Shark Tank.
I'm trying to not bite my nose all the time. Where it falls down for me is if I have the discipline to buzz myself, do I not have the discipline to stop?
Do you have the discipline to stop?
Well, I don't.
Do you wish you could stop?
I do.
So can I? So here's
but your premise is that I have
it's
enough
nonsense,
discipline.
Robert. It's all nonsense across the board.
And finally, looking to make a deal in the final spot on this list is Shark Tank. This show features budding entrepreneurs who get their chance to present their ideas to the sharks, aka titans of industry, who turn their own ideas into empires in hopes of finding the same kind of success with one of the sharks as an investor. The series aims to capture the drama of real product pitch meetings, which is of course amped up for TV if more than one shark is interested in a product and a bidding war ensues. Shark Tank was brought to air by executive producer Mark Burnett, premiering on August 9th, 2009 on ABC. It's based on the international format known as Dragon's Den, which originated in Japan as a show called Money Tigers in 2001. Nearly 40,000 entrepreneurs apply every season, with only 150 landing in front of the sharks and less than 100 making it to air.
This year we've made $270,000.
And how did you sell those?
On our website.
Your ask is $212,000 for 10%, correct?
Yes.
Why wasn't it 200 or 225? 212.
Do I know the real answer to that question?
Yeah.
No, lie to him.
It's
That's
your
not a great
lucky
answer.
number. I know it.
Lie to me.
No, it's because I couldn't say 200 without stuttering, so I had to find a number that I could say without stuttering. Because once I stutter, then the whole thing I'm gonna forget. So that's kind of why.
That's a great answer. You're an honest guy, man.
I don't lie. I'm sorry.
One of the regular sharks, Kevin O'Leary, has estimated that only about 20% of the handshake deals seen on TV are never executed after more diligence is conducted. But with that said, the show is responsible for what's known as the Shark Tank effect, where by simply appearing in front of the sharks, even without a deal, you can significantly boost sales for your company. Some of the more notable companies that have appeared on the show include the apparel brand Bombas, Scrub Daddy Cleaning Products, Talbot Teas, and the meal service company Plated. The show has won multiple Emmys for Outstanding Structured Reality Program, and in 2015 launched a companion series, Beyond the Tank, catching up with past companies that have appeared on the show. All right, we did it. The best reality TV shows. Now that we've given you this nice dose of reality, which ones are you most interested in rewatching or perhaps checking out for the first time? Let us know. Thanks for tuning into RT Essentials. I'm your host, Mark Ellis, but my friends just call me Joe Millionaire.